Morning, community of Center for Effective Living. It's Valerie Ling here. Just thought I might go live this morning. I'm getting ready for my mobile day. You may not know this, but our practice actually has a mobile service. Currently, we go out to 3 educational institutions to provide various services. And I'm about to hop into the car and drive out today, but I actually thought that I would stop and just post something that is quite personal to me. Now, one of the things that I get asked or reminded or told as a psychologist in my personal circles is the thing about navel gazing. You know who you are. There are a couple of you on this page who know me personally, who will say, "Valerie, are you navel gazing?" What does that actually really mean? I suppose it's a degree of introspection that might happen during times of stress or uncertainty, where you might find yourself looking back, digging, maybe thinking about the past, maybe analyzing things and trying to make sense of what's going on. Whatever that means for you, I'd like to just say something today about what it is to actually connect the dots from our past into our present. Is it really necessary to look into our past to move into the future and to make sense of our present? Well, sometimes. So psychologists or psychological thinking is one part based on a degree of awareness and insight into the things that we're experiencing and feeling. And we might find ourselves in a situation where we're particularly stuck in some thought cycles that we can't get out of. We might be wondering about how people are receiving us. We might be wondering or worrying about our ability to impact on our work, our significance in our relationships. And really, when we funnel it down, we're actually asking some pretty significant questions. And they may cluster around 3 main areas. The first one being I questions, I statements. Am I able? Am I competent? Am I worthwhile? Am I lovable? We might be thinking about another area or cluster of thoughts. The you statements or the other person's statements. Will other people let me down? Can I trust them? Are other people going to judge me? And at the third level, we might have a cluster of questions or thoughts around the world that we live in or the future that we have. Is it going to be a good one? Is it going to be a safe one? Is it going to be a predictable one? And the reason that we might get stuck in these areas, other than being in a lot of stress, is that we may not actually be aware as to how these thought cycles and patterns were formed. You might find yourself in a particular pattern of reacting that afterwards you think, oh, why did I say that? Or why did I do that? Or you might actually discover that there are certain outcomes, not great outcomes, that keep occurring, perhaps in your relationships. And that's where we look at where those thought patterns have come from, where those cycles of interacting have come from. And often, most often than not, they come from our growing up experiences. And so there is a time and place to look back in order to make sense of the present and in order to feel more informed, comfortable, competent, even confident about moving ahead in the future. When I get back from work today, I'll be sure to post up some links to further illustrate what I mean. For the moment, have a great day. Bye.